morning and welcome to Canterbury Live. It is Wednesday the 8th of July. I'm Lisa and I'll be filling in for Andrea for the rest of the week. She sent us through a wee picture while she's away on her holiday. Let's take a wee look at that one. There she is with gorgeous Hank the dog, who you probably saw here on the show who she ended up with. She's in Cromwell there with the family, so we hope you're having a great time, Andrea. And if you're on holiday at the moment as well, it is school holidays, we hope you're having a great time too. Now, we've got a few giveaways, as we always do on the show. Behind me here is a gorgeous piece of artwork by Ira Mitchell-Kirk. And not only that, we've also got some tickets down here to give away to The 12th Man by Casanova Productions. Those could be all yours. All you need to do is give us a call on 3777 033. Marianne loves hearing from you guys, or check out our Facebook page and give us a like while you're there. So simple, and you deserve a night out. All right, let's get cracking on. We've got a great show today. I catch up with the new host of Rural New Zealand, a show that will be starting next week here on CTV, Scotty Benford. Diane from Retropolitan brings in a few goodies to share with us. I meet some of the cast from a great new show that's starting today here in Christchurch called Kiss the Fish. But first, it is July. We're talking Dry July. Welcome along. We've got Scott Savage, who is the country manager of Dry July, and we've got Dr. Ian Ward, who is a radiation oncologist. Thanks for being here.
Hi, Lisa.
I love that you've got the T-shirt on as well.
Got to promote.
Are you wearing that all the time?
Well, I'm wearing lots of layers on top of it in Christchurch.
It is cold at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, so we're talking Dry July. For anyone, I mean, people have heard about it, people have seen it maybe online as well. Tell me exactly what it is.
It's a fundraiser, basically. We've raised funds for New Zealand cancer patients and for the services that help them out. So the Dry July is about going without booze for an entire month. It's a personal challenge, without a doubt, for many people. It's a chance to reflect on your own drinking, check out your health, just get a feel for how alcohol is playing a part in your life. You get sponsored to do that, and money raised goes to provide services to patients going through cancer treatment.
That's great. So it's sort of a double whammy, because obviously you're fundraising for a great cause there as well, but it's also making people look at their own behaviours and their own habits and health as well, isn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, people get into quite easy habits of coming home from work and having a beer or a wine or a couple.
Just to wind down
Just to wind down at the end of the day. And so to take that out of your life is something. People find it quite a challenge. And if the upshot is that funds get raised for projects in the cancer ward that perhaps otherwise wouldn't get funded, then that's a great win for us.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, we were just talking before the show started, and I assumed that a lot of males would have been the ones giving up drinking, but you've said it's actually females.
That's right. About 2/3 of our participants generally are females, and we think that's because they take a bigger interest in their own health and lifestyle, and this kind of thing appeals to them. Take a month off and see how you feel.
I think that's a bit of a challenge out there to the guys. Let's get some more guys on board thinking about their own health.
I reckon that's a good idea. And we're also thinking, it's into the first week of July, but we're happy to have people come on board late and go into the first.
Time?
Yeah, come on late and go to the first week of August. It's for a good cause. We're not strict with the rules, and even if you've got an event, a 21st or a wedding on this month, you can buy what we call a golden ticket.
Oh,
so for $25 you can give yourself a night off. So we don't
isn't that good?
We don't want to rule people out of participating. So if you've got something you can't get out of and you want to have a drink there, then that's fine too. But the money you pay goes towards the cause.
Oh, that's fantastic. All right, so can you tell me a wee bit about what the campaign has achieved in the past?
We've been running for 4 years here in New Zealand. It's been going for 7 in Australia. So altogether in that time, over $20 million Australian has been raised for cancer services throughout the regions. In the last 2 years, we've raised $1.5 million, and those funds go to the cancer services where Ian kind of works. So we're looking at things that they struggle to fit into their budget. There might be new chemotherapy chairs, it could be wigs, it could be art for the room so that the facilities are a nicer place to be. It could be kitchen facilities for families so that they don't have to go home and they can spend time with their loved ones when they're getting treatment.
Oh, that's great. So, Dr. Ian Ward, tell me a wee bit about how this affects, your team, your department, your patients, all of those people that are sort of affected by this fundraising campaign.
Well, it's great that it's great to have the chance to make things a bit easier for patients, because often it's a stressful time for them, and all our resources tend to go into providing the treatments, whether it be funding chemotherapy or paying staff or
And I mean,
buying
that's really
treatment
vital
machines.
stuff, isn't
Of
it? That
course.
definitely needs the funds.
And yet there are lots of things which can make life so much easier for people. As Scott says, having some artwork, for instance, some of our bunkers where we have our radiotherapy machines, they're pretty stark and can be pretty confronting and scary for some people. And Dry July has funded some beautiful murals of landscapes in the rooms, so that just makes them a bit friendlier.
I did actually go on the website and have a look, and that's one of the things that came up. I saw that they had murals, and obviously that makes a huge difference. And there was another one that I thought was quite interesting, which was even just music, providing music for them to listen to, maybe while they're having treatments or whatever it might be.
Yeah.
Music that they like to sort of calm them down and, you know, just help them through obviously quite a difficult time.
Or even just provide some entertainment. Well, it can be quite boring.
And quite
There's
long
a lot of
as well,
sitting
yeah.
and while you're having your treatment, waiting, having a decent cup of coffee to have while you're waiting, rather than just some instant, that sort of thing. The little things often make a big difference.
That makes such a big difference.
Yeah.
So have you actually had feedback from people that have seen what this has done, seen the changes that this campaign's made?
Well, all the time we're having people sort of, saying how nice it is to have an interesting picture to look at while they're having their radiotherapy planning done, for instance. Or we've contributed to an adolescent room in the cancer ward, for instance, and where there's now an Xbox, for instance.
Perfect.
So,
They'll be loving that.
a lot of things people comment on make a big
good.
difference.
So it's definitely worthwhile getting involved. How can people get involved?
The website's the best place to start. You can go from your phone or your laptop or whatever, www.dryjuly.co.nz.
Nice and
You can
easy.
sign up there, or if you don't feel you can sign up, if you can't do the challenge, then by all means go on and donate. The money all goes to the good cause, and we need as much as we can get.
Yeah, so we talked about that a wee bit before as well. If you're not a big drinker or you're not, you know, into that sort of thing, you're more than welcome to just go along, have a look and make a donation. It makes a huge difference. Thank you so much, and I wish you all the best for the rest of Dry July, possibly even a wee bit into August for those people who are just going to be starting up now. Thank you so much and good luck.
Thanks, Lisa. Thank you.
All right, I'll see you after the break.
Regardez-moi, le look était chaud au ciel.
Joining me now is the man with the mo, gumboots and all, CTV's new presenter of Rural New Zealand, Scotty Benford. Hello.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Keeping out of trouble?
Oh, I try. Now, you are dressed like this because you're going out on a farm day, is that right?
So today we're heading down to Ashburn and we're going to meet with the winner of the Young Farmer of the Year,
Oh,
Matt.
fantastic.
So he just won that up in Taupo last week. So.
Great. So that's going to be part of the new show?
Yeah, so that's going to be included in our show, Rural New Zealand. So should be good watching, hopefully. We go sort of all over Canterbury and whatnot and interview farmers and just general good bastards from the farming community. Probably shouldn't say that, sorry.
So, no, you shouldn't. So the show starts soon, doesn't it? July?
Yeah, so next Friday, the 17th.
Oh, the
so,
big launch.
Yep, 7:30.
Are you excited about that?
I am, but I just learned that we're competing with the All Blacks, so not the best timing.
Oh, tough. Oh, you'll come out on top, Scotty.
I hope so. But-
So I know you've been doing some filming in preparation for getting the show ready. Tell me some of the stories of where you've been and what you've done.
So we spent a bit of time up in Kaikoura. We met a goat farmer up there who's started out from nothing and started with 4 goats. No idea about making cheese and that. He's doing really well up there. And then we went on a fishing charter up there as well. And yeah, we just
Is this the fishing trip I heard quite a wee bit about? Is that the one that everybody got a wee bit sick on the boat?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, the cameraman down. Actually, 2 cameramen down. So the producer and I had to sort of film
carry
it
it
ourselves,
for the crew.
keep it going.
Oh, good job.
And we actually did better than the cameraman. no offence.
So I guess obviously slightly different to here where we're in a studio. You're actually out and about in rural New Zealand, aren't you?
Yeah, so I decided that studio stuff is not really,
Doesn't really suit farming, does it?
show. So I thought we'd go out and see all the cool stuff out there, and so far so good. And we met some amazing people, and they're all keen to get on the show, which is awesome.
Oh, that's good. So viewers waiting to watch, they're sitting there going, I can't wait for the show to start. What are they going to expect from you?
Well, I can't promise fireworks or explosions, but it's the next best thing. So Yeah, if they want to check it out on Facebook, just Rural New Zealand.
Oh,
on
great!
Facebook.
So you've got your own Facebook page.
Yeah, we've got our
now?
own page set up, so if you want to like that. And I suppose I should mention the South Island Farmer of the Year. People want to get amongst that, nominate a farmer, or if farmers want to nominate themselves.
Great.
more than
Okay,
happy.
so the entries are open for this at the moment.
Yeah, so entries are open
Okay,
to...
tell me about this competition.
Okay, so the competition is just like a South Island-wide competition. It's run by Lincoln University, and they're looking for the best farmer in the South Island region, and they can win up to...
So how can you become the best farmer in the South Island region?
Well, you enter the competition, and they have a judging panel, and they say you're the best.
What sort of things do they judge you on?
I'm not too sure. It's they don't really have a criteria.
Oh, really?
It's
Okay.
sort of pretty broad, but you can win 20 grand, and there's 4
Gosh.
runner-up prizes of 5 grand. So
Now, I know you yourself have a bit of a farming background. Have you ever entered this competition?
no, I haven't. I'll leave that to the parents. Then. Maybe I should nominate my parents.
You could do.
They've got a
So
farm,
you
so-
have grown up on a farm, haven't you?
Yeah, I grew up in Huranui, just behind the old hotel there, in the actual town Huranui. People are just like, yeah, you're from Huranui. Anyway, yeah, so sheep farm, merino sheep. So yeah,
So
by
it's
the
sort of
icebreaker.
nice for you then, with that background, to actually be able to go out in the show Rural New Zealand with some knowledge yourself. You're not just a pretty
Yeah, I'm
face,
not
you're
just-
actually out there
Oh, thank you.
knowing what's going on, and I guess that sort of helps with the conversations with the people that you're talking to about what they're doing.
Yeah, totally, and sort of with my other jobs I've had as well, meeting people, so it's sort of pretty fluid transition into this new job. But yeah,
that's
definitely
great.
having the farming knowledge beforehand was a major thumbs up.
So people watching the show, are you expecting it to just be people with farming backgrounds? Are you hoping it's sort of opening the eyes of more urban people? What are
Yeah,
you going
so
for?
we're sort of aiming to sort of broaden the spectrum of everyone. So not just the farmers, have a bit of everything, and sort of, yeah, not, I don't really know how to describe it really, but it's sort of good entertainment sort of television, and it's not like your country calendar where it's a whole 30 minutes on one thing. It's a couple minutes, 5 minutes on one thing.
Here and there on
yeah,
on
sort of
different
thing.
things.
So good variety. We can go to a few country pubs and meet local people in the community
I
and
like the
stuff like
sound
that.
of
So yeah, it's good. Just general stories about
I
real
have
people in the real
heard
community.
that the viewers might even get to see you doing some cooking.
Yeah, well, in the first episode we caught a crayfish, so yeah, we got that and cooked it on the beach. So
Oh, lovely.
yeah, the master chef.
All right, well, make sure you check out CTV's new show, Rural New Zealand, starting next Friday night. That's right?
Correct. Yep, 7:30.
Fantastic. You don't want to miss it. Thanks, Scotty. All right, now a fantastic show that's starting tonight. I'm joined by 2 of the 4 cast members. I've got Nisha and Jacob. Welcome along.
Lovely to be here.
Thank you for skipping your dress rehearsal or your final rehearsal to be here with me.
It was so difficult.
Hopefully the show goes fine. So the show is called Kiss the Fish. Tell me about the story.
I suppose the inspiration for the story is a true event where our director, Justin Lewis, was staying on an island off the coast of Malaysia, and he was staying on sort of poor tourist accommodation on the beach, but up on the hill was a 5-star resort, fully built with plumbing and beds and, you know, awesome furniture and stuff, but entirely occupied by monkeys.
Wow.
And so he got to asking in the village, how did this happen? And they said, well, these developers came in, you know, with a lot of cash, started building this thing with seeking no permission from the locals or anything. And what they hadn't sought was the water rights. So they had really no water for their taps or their swimming pools or anything. And even though they applied sort of kind of underhand pressure and government pressure, the village wouldn't give in.
Good on them.
And then the jungle took it back. And so now these monkeys have a very nice place to stay. Yeah,
Wow. And you actually you co-wrote this show, is that right?
I mean, Justin and I, Indian Ink has been going for close on 20 years now. And we've co-written all the plays. This is number 6.
And is it always the group of the 4 of you?
No, there's variations. I mean, Justin and I formed the company, and then, you know, when we need other actors, we bring them in.
Pull them in.
Yeah.
So there are only 4 of you in the entire show. How many characters do you play?
I play 3 characters if you count the monkey.
Wow. And so how difficult is it? Because it's quite a skill to be able to just switch characters. I know you use masks and things like that, don't you?
Yeah, that helps a lot because it's sort of,
A
it's
physical
changing your
difference,
face.
yeah.
Yeah.
We do have some photos that you've sent through as well. Should we have a wee look at those? Because I did see one of the amazing masks and I do want to ask you a wee bit about that. So the masks there, tell me the story behind that because they're quite interesting, aren't they? I did a wee bit of research.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
What do you know about them?
I know that they are specially made, aren't they? There's a real art behind this.
Yeah, they're from Bali. And Justin and I spent, over the last couple of years, we've been going back and forth between Bali and established a relationship with a master mask carver over there. And so they have a mask tradition, a comic mask tradition called topeng. And so we've taken a bunch of these traditional mask characters and used them in our own play, turn them into characters that we can tell our story with. And the masks are made out of wood, but it's a special kind of wood called poulet, which almost has a universal grain. You can cut it in any direction, and it's very light, sort of like balsa, but strong. And the trees that they select for the masks always grow in cemeteries.
Ah.
So you have the spirit of the ancestors going up through the wood. And
so I guess it's a real experience being able to wear these as part of the performance then, isn't it?
Yeah, I think there's something quite, without
Special
being too
about it.
cosmic about it, they do possess you.
Yeah, so I guess that really helps getting into the character then, doesn't it? Now, I did have a look at the online information about the show and I saw that there are some fantastic reviews. What kind of feedback are you getting about the show?
Mostly the feedback is, I just think about when we're there performing, it's a lot of laughter. People just love it. They kind of come and it's really heartwarming and it's really hilarious. And I sort of challenge anyone to come along and not spend a lot of time laughing out loud.
So what type of audience are you trying to appeal to here? Who would you like to come along to watch this?
Oh,
You?
yeah.
Well, I would like to.
Everyone?
All of you.
Everyone in Christchurch.
We've had funnily enough, although it wasn't never our intention, I don't think. I mean, it's a grown-up play, but teenagers seem to love it because it's a little bit naughty. It's a little bit kind of mischievous in bits, and they really love the relationships that are going on in there, and they recognise them. But then the mask work and the monkeys bring the age from 10 upwards. They engage. They may not get all the story kind of nuances, but the visuals. And we have a puppet as well, a child puppet, life-size child puppet, operated by the fantastic Julia Croft, who is was raised in Christchurch. So it's a bit of a homecoming for her.
Nice.
And she won Best Supporting Actress for her role in the play. The play got Best Composer and Best New Zealand Play as well. So it's appealed to a wide range of people, here and overseas.
What is not to love?
Exactly.
What is not to love?
So if people are wanting to
Can't
go and
think
see
of a
it, it starts tonight, so it's on July 8th to the 10th. It's at the Christchurch Isaac Theatre Royal.
Beautiful, renovated
It is.
space.
It is. And people can go online and book those tickets?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's fantastic. Now, you're not just in Christchurch, you're also in Dunedin and Wellington too, so you're starting off here, is that right?
Well, we're halfway through the tour.
Oh,
We
you're halfway
started
through.
in Tauranga, went to Auckland,
But
then
that was just
Gisborne.
warming up to come
this is
here.
the real show.
Yeah.
All right, well, make sure you go online, check it out. It is fantastic. It's called Kiss the Fish. Thank you so much for coming in. Join me after the break where we see Diane with a few goodies. Welcome back. With me now is Diane Ramsey from Retropolitan. Hello again. I've had a wee look at what she's been setting up here on the table. I'm seeing a wee bit of a theme you've got over here.
Well, 2 themes today, but first I wanted to say about all your listeners who've been into the shop because they've seen me on here, and particularly the woman who said, "You look much younger in person than you do on the TV." So thank you
I
for
think that's
watching.
a compliment. I do
Now I
think
wanted
that
to
is.
show you my husband got a record player for his 21st birthday, and records were big, and a lot of your people who watch will have had a lovely record collection. I do play records in the shop, but this is what I do.
They probably don't look like that though, do they?
No, they don't sound very good. The ones that I really don't enjoy, I make into fruit bowls, and people love them, fill them with candy or use them for chips
it looks so
or anything.
funky. I love that.
I didn't make this, but a wonderful woman from Little River who scavenges and recycles everything has made this wonderful bag from a Fred Dagg record. Both sides, which is remarkable, and beautifully accessorised.
What a great idea too.
Yes. Now, I don't sell records, but I would love to be able to sell record players. So if any of you out there have got a little record player or a radiogram tucked away, please bring it into Retropolitan.
I used to have one. This is back in the day when I was younger. It must have been one of my parents, and I found it in the garage, and I used to play records on it, and I loved it.
Well, we all
It's
had
sort
them.
of-
Oh, by the way, for those of you not in the know, the young ones are very much into it now. There is a
It's
real
coming back,
resurgence.
yeah.
But they don't call them records. It's vinyl.
Vinyl.
Yeah, vinyl is cool. Oh, I'm collecting vinyl. Now, a little word about tea cozies, because I've got a wonderful collection. This
that's
is a
gorgeous.
little house and a lot of work in it, but this, you'll notice, hasn't got the holes in the sides. This goes right over the teapot, and there were lots of these made. I couldn't find my prettier examples in the hurry,
these
but
ones are
that's a
fine.
little embroidered one, and they would have had a padded extra lining which you took out to launder them, and that fitted over the whole teapot, and when you removed that you had your beautiful silver teapot still on show, you see.
Oh.
And that's a lovely one in the same manner from Scotland, but later on people found it much more convenient to leave them on the teapot.
I love that.
And these were originally called bachelor tea cozies, because only a bachelor would be sort of lazy enough
To leave it
to
on
not
there?
bother to lift off the teapot. Yes. And
Sounds
so
about
I've got
right.
some really, really pretty ones.
I love this one.
Whoops. She stands up beautifully when she's, I'm a little teapot.
So I just saw that before, and it reminded me of the toilet paper holder
Yes,
that
I've
you
had
brought in
toilet
last
roll
time I was
dollies
here.
in before, and I do sell
I
those.
love it.
I've also got a bed dolly, which is like that,
I did notice you forgot to bring in the tea though. Where's the tea, Diane?
Sorry about that.
I'll let you away with it.
This one's suede and hand painted.
Oh, what's on
and
there?
rather special. This is a little Dolly Varden. Now, she was a very popular theme in the 50s on birthday cards and decorated aprons.
Oh, wow.
Lots of embroideries, had the little Dolly Varden, an idealised
Beautifully
little
dressed.
crinoline in her garden. And so that one's lined and so on. It's quite fun to make a collection of these. Rosemary McLeod has got a huge tea cosy collection.
So how many would you have at the shop?
Well, I used to have a huge collection in my old shop before the earthquake, and now I just haven't got the room, so they're all packed away, and I'm going to have to sell them. This is my favourite.
I was about to say, I love this one.
And this is new. And my mother's cousin was Sister Gemma. She was in her 80s and then in her 90s, and she made them for the shop for me. And when they featured in the press, then we were on TV with them. She had 46 orders. Now, Gemma has died, but Mary Manderson here in Christchurch makes them for me, but she's only 80. She's a spring chicken.
Gosh, you'll be making a lot then.
Yes.
Now, you do have a lot of viewers who are loving seeing you on the show and loving to come in and see you at the store. So, if people want to come and see you, they can do that, can't they?
Yes, come in. I'm on the corner of Fitzgerald Avenue and Hereford Street. It's a little greenhouse and it's got 6 orange butterflies on the roof. You won't miss it. Please bring me your radiograms and record players.
They will, they definitely will. Thank you so much, Diane Ramsey. All right, join me tomorrow for El Grego, Shrinking Violet and a whole heap more.